I'll just put us live. Okay, I'll count you in. 3,
Okay.
2, 1, go.
Welcome to What's the Score for, once again, Everton's biggest game of the season. It's Man City in the Cup quarter-final. Matt, I think this is definitely our biggest game of the season. It kind of feels a little bit like the season's hinging on this a little bit.
I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, really, isn't it? Like, everyone just seems to have just been like shrugging the shoulders in the build-up to it. I think there's sort of an expectation we're going to get beat, and it's not just like the expectation you have when they're not playing well. It's the fact there's so many injuries. They've got they've got no senior goalkeeper in the team, and they're playing what is comfortably, I'd say, is the best side in European football at the moment. So it is a massive ask from that point of view. But yeah, I think any cup game for us at the moment, mate, is massive because you've got to end that trophy drop, which has been going on for so long. Every cup game you play for me is the biggest one we have. Sound like a manager there, don't I? one game at a time, game of two halves, all that sort of thing.
Jumpers for goalposts, all that.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. But no, I think you can say both things can be true, can't they? We can say it's a massive game for us, but we can also sit here and say it's going to be an almighty ask to get through this tie this afternoon.
Yeah, it is. I think when the draw was made, everyone was a bit like, brilliant. We've just come through that game against Spurs, give it the most unlikely win ever, and then we get Man City in the quarter-final. But as people rightly said, you're pretty much going to have to play City at some point if you're going to win a trophy, because they take every competition so seriously. The fact they've won, 4 League Cups or something lately?
They seem to win the League Cup every year. I think Dave Mooney said that the record in the FA Cup's not actually that as good. I think it's probably that they've won it once since they won it in 2011, something like that. So maybe there's a bit deceptive in that. But I mean, he does. I don't know if he does take the domestic cups more seriously than other big sides, or whether the squad's just that good that it feels like they do.
Well, that's it, isn't it? There's probably only them in Chelsea really who've got the sort of squads capable of mounting a serious challenge on a few fronts now, because you can just interchange players as and when they like in every single position. And you look at Everton, and I think we said in the week, this injury crisis has kind of just crept up, and suddenly we've got no players available, even the goalkeeper, which is massive. This is a huge game for Hal Virginia. The thing that sticks in my mind is that he had a terrible, terrible loan spell at Reading when he got sent back early. He looked all right the other night against Burnley, didn't put a foot wrong, but didn't have that much to do. Kind of think City are probably going to try and get at us early and just hit as many shots in as possible. I mean, they've got players who can hit shots. They scored 8 goals from outside the box this season. Only Leeds with 10 and Leicester with 11 scored more. So they have definitely got the players who are capable of hitting shots from long range. You can't think it's one of these games where the keeper needs to make an early save. Just a comfortable save, just to get in his hands.
Yeah.
Pick up from there. The defence needs to do him a solid today, don't they, as well?
He'll be really nervous, won't he? Like, I don't think that that's just how it is. He's a young goalkeeper. He's going to be making his first start in a competition for us that isn't the League Cup. We'll know about Manchester City, but yeah, I think just even sort of as like basic as coming and getting across early on, like something like that, just to settle him down will be important. But you're right. There's gonna be people on that pitch who have to talk him through the game and make sure he's okay, and there's going to have to be communication there. I don't know what sort of relationship he's got with those lads in the side, but it's going to be a big task for him. But it's in the same breath, it's one of them where it's not going to be on him, is it? No. If he makes a mistake today, no one's going to be like, right, that's it. You're done as an Everton player. Off you go, lad. People.
Some people might.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but people will understand surely. But it's just unfortunate, isn't it? We've got this issue in this one position. What is effectively like you said, the biggest game of the season. So, be interested to see what we've got on the bench in terms of options, because I'm trying to think of potential 7, because you can make 5 subs in this as well, can't you? Which is obviously another advantage to them.
I don't think we'll be doing that, will we?
No. Whereas them, you could probably, I imagine they'd probably change the whole side if you could, and there wouldn't be much drop off, as we said already. But Yeah, it's just, sometimes these weird stories come about, don't they, where you get unlikely heroes in footy, and players thrown into situations can swim rather than sink, and you just got to hope something like that happens. It's a long shot, and being very hopeful and being very romantic in regards to that kind of thing. But you just got to hope that one of these mad stories emerges by virtue of it being the FA Cup and by virtue of it being a bit of a crazy competition.
Yeah, I suppose depressingly, it is a bit of a sort of like, it's like one of those giant killing scenarios, isn't it? Which is ridiculous to say when there's 6 places in the league between us. But I mean, the difference between Everton and City is huge, and it does kind of feel like when you get a giant killing in the FA Cup, the big team has to have an off day, pretty much. I mean, we know more than anyone because we've had more off days than anyone would care to remember. But when we get beat by lower league opposition, we have to have an off day, and they have a great day. You kind of feel it's the same thing today. City can probably play this at 70% and beat us. We have to be at 100% to a man to do anything in this game, really, don't we? There's no room for any passing in this one. Everyone needs to put everything into this game.
Yeah, I think there's a chance, isn't there, that they could take their eye off the ball. That's what I remember when they played Cheltenham, I think in the third round, and Cheltenham were winning 1-0 up until about 80, and then the last 10 minutes they scored 3 times and turned it all around. But there was a bit of a sense in that game of them taking their eye off the ball, being a bit complacent. They had the Champions League game on Tuesday, but as we said on the weekly show, mate, they scored 2 goals early on in that and just effectively knocked the ball around for 70 minutes onwards. So I think whatever way we frame it, whatever way we talk about it, there's no real situation or scenario where you say Everton are got an edge or advantage, you're going to be favourites. It's going to be about, like you said, us playing to our maximum and just hoping that there's something mad happens with them. They don't play well. But it's going to be really difficult about some of our key players. You should probably get the team news in. We've got some comments, mate. Natty Co said, Carlo said in his press conference that we need to play quick and vertical without James and Doucouré. Do you think we can play like that? It's going to be harder, isn't it? I think Doucouré runs forward with the ball and James passes forward with the ball.
Yeah. I think we said on the weekly, or I said on the weekly, that this team doesn't seem to have that in it to be able to press particularly well. Just speaking to Natico, by the way, I tried to reply to his message before to ask if we were doing this preview, but it disappeared. Wouldn't reply. So we're doing the preview.
Yeah. We're all here. All the lads. Yeah.
Here we are, all the lads. It does feel like you can't sit back against this team as much as you'd like. In this sort of game, it is the sort of game where Everton could sit back, take the pressure, hit them on the break, maybe score one. But if you sit back against City for 90 minutes, they're going to score, which means we're going to need at least 2 goals. Beat them, possibly more. It's tough, isn't it? It's really tough.
Chico's done his fake team, which probably would be too dissimilar to what the actual team is. But just a couple more other comments as well. EFC 1878 Mark saying we desperately need to shit house a win. Totally agree, mate. He also said fully fit squad would give him a game, but this depleted squad, it feels like a game too far. And Kay Melski saying, hi lads, for lineup, do you reckon we should put Godfrey in midfield to try and simulate the energy we've lost from Doucouré? Then Mina can slot into centre back among Keane's absence. It's something we speak about all season, mate, but never really seems to happen. The team is out though.
Team's up, yeah.
So let's rattle through it. So it's João Virgínia in goal, Seamus Coleman, Ben Godfrey, Mason Holgate, Yerry Mina, Luca Dean. So Michael Keane's on the bench. Interesting. Alan, Gomez, Sigurdsson midfield, and then Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin up front. So we have got 2 goalies on the bench still.
So number 63.
It's number 63. Laban is on there. Fifth choice keeper is on the bench.
That's amazing. We were wondering who it was going to be, and now it's been answered.
Absolutely. Bernard's not on the bench.
He's not.
That's another attacking option we're not going to be able to do with. So Broadhead, Davis, Iwobi, Kyle John, Michael Keane, Nielsen Kunku, and Onyango.
I'd like to see Onyango play.
Josh King not on the bench either. Was he cup tied? He's cup tied, isn't he? Yeah, there we go.
I think one of the few games he played for Bournemouth was actually in the FA Cup.
Okay.
They've got Stefan in goal.
Okay, yeah. I speak to Dave Mooney about that in the week, and he was sort of saying that Ederson's been great this season, so that's a help for us. But I mean, I'm sure I'm going to feel a lot worse when you read out the rest of the team.
Well, yeah, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Zinchenko, Fernandinho, Gundogan, Bernardo, Sterling, Foden, Jesus.
Not bad, is it? And the bench is Ederson, Stones, Aguero, Rodri, De Bruyne, Torres, Mendy, Mahrez, Cancelo. Oh, God.
I mean, if ever there was a knife to a gunfight, this is it, isn't it?
Oh, God. I think we'd struggle to give those 9 on the bench a game.
I know. Well, exactly. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? They can make 5 subs. So even if everything's going horrifically wrong for them, they can bring on any of those 5 who could change the game. Even Ederson in goal could probably change the game for them.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It's been really difficult to get up for this one, hasn't it?
Yeah, in the comments, Andrew Cunningham saying Davis on the bench. Why does Gomez keep getting picked? Matthew McDonald, no Davis. Bit of a surprise that I think, actually.
It's a shout, that.
I thought, in amongst an absolute ton of dross from everyone against Burnley, that Davis is probably our best outfield player. Albeit in that game, he got subbed off as well, didn't he? Which sort of indicates that the manager wasn't completely happy with him. So
I've been saying this, and I think Davis is the easy sub. He's the easy sub to make. He's a young lad. No one's going to kick off if he gets subbed. He's probably not going to kick off if he gets subbed. Yeah. Where if you do take one of the more senior players off, albeit, Tom Davis has played 100-odd games for Everton now. If you do take one of the more senior players off, it would probably cause more ripples. I don't know. I don't like the way Davis always seems to be the first man to come off, no matter how everyone's playing. Alan's fitness worries me.
There's not much in that midfield, is there? Really?
No, not at all. No, it's not the paciest, is it?
So it looks like to be back 5, doesn't it? Coleman one wing back, Digne the other.
Yeah.
I reckon he'll try and do something similar to what we did against Liverpool in the league, but
I saw it in the week. It was like a 6-2-2, and I was quite happy with that, to be honest.
6-2-2,
pretty much, yeah. So it was like 4 of them. It was like Holgate, Godfrey, Keane, and Mina as like a back 4, but then you had Dean and Coleman on the wings.
So it's like peak Mourinho parking the bus.
Yeah, that's effectively a 6-2-2. I was on board with that. I'm not sure about that midfield.
Unless it's, I don't know, unless one of Coleman or Digne pushes forward and everyone else just sort of shifts across to the relevant side, that makes sense. But yeah, Keane not playing is a bit of a
really
weird
odd,
one.
Isn't it?
Bit of a weird one. Had a bit of a rough few days, hasn't he? Getting binged from the England squad and then on the bench.
I said this on the weekly, didn't I?
Yeah, I know.
Keane from the Everton team for this game.
But like, how many of those subs are really? So 5 subs. Like, unless there's a goalkeeper change, none of them are getting on. Broadhead's not getting on.
I don't know. I can see Davis maybe getting on.
Tom might get on. Iwobi will probably come on at some point. Keane, we've already got.
If Keane comes on, things are going wrong, basically. Yeah,
we've already got 3 centre-backs on the pitch, so you want to think he'd get on. And Kunku, you'd be surprised. And Yango, you'd be surprised as well. So really there, you're looking at 2 players realistically being brought on. So...
It's going to be a heavy 90 minutes, this, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to do predictions. Now, if you watch us on YouTube, give us your prediction for the game. How are we going to get home in this one? Come on.
So, predictions pretty much were not going to get home. So, I asked Joe before he said 2-1 City. He goes, he didn't even, no 2-0 City, he said. He didn't even think about it. That was just the score that came into his head. It's a very instinctive thing, the score prediction thing.
I think that's being quite positive.
Well, yeah. Well, because Kate said 3-1 City. Laura said 4-1 City. Rob Vera said 4-0 City. Jack Carlisle. I don't know why I give Jack a second name there, but Jack said to Atletico Bernard Manning.
Jack Carlisle's like the Blue Rooms equivalent of Solly March, where you've got to full name him every time he gets his name said.
Yeah, it is like that, isn't it? The Athletics Paddy Boylan said 1. Manchester City 12.
Not very positive for Paddy.
I don't think Paddy's taking it too seriously, is he?
No.
And Paddy's also said Gomez Y FFS.
He'll be fuming at you for revealing that.
Sorry, mate. Stu said, wait for this. Stu's possibly one of the most cynical people I know, and I've known him for a long time. But said 2-1 to Everton, and they're going to
He's
win.
right.
He bet at the start of the season we were going to win the cup, and he's got every faith in Carlo and the 12-year-old keeper. So she's got some intel on number 63, Liban, goalkeeper.
There we go. How old is he?
I think, as you said, he's got to be like in the under-18s, hasn't he?
Let's have a look.
To be
Jean-Luc Liban. He is 18 years old, yeah.
That's a hell of a name.
I know.
What do you reckon then for this one?
Tough. Going to be really tough. If we're in the game on 70, I'll be happy, put it that way. Whether that be level, ahead, one behind. I think as long as we give ourselves a sniff, I'll be pleased going into that point. But I don't want to put a score on it, but I can't really see. We've got our fair choice keeper in. Our best midfielder is out. Our most creative player is out. It's just not feeling. And they're good, aren't they?
Yeah.
I know we need to talk about Everton and stuff, but they're a ridiculous team with quality all over the pitch. So
you've only got to look at that bench as well.
Yeah, that in itself's going to make it really hard for us. Let's say we'll take it to extra time, and then let's just see what happens there. I'm just doing a 90-minute prediction, mate. I'm going to say 1-1 after 90 minutes.
Yeah, I think we'd all take that, wouldn't we? I'm going to go 3-1 City again. I think it's going to be probably similar to last time. We'll do all right. Lucky defeat, to quote Jack Carlisle. I think we might do all right. We might show up for it, but it does. I think you sort of compared it to the Man United game in the cup last week. It does feel similarly like this is a little bit of a game too far, whereby there's nothing in the squad. They're running on fumes as it is, and there's just too many key injuries there.
Yeah, we need to find some outlet. We need to find some outlet in the game, be it Dom or one of them needs to play really well. And obviously Dom didn't play in the game against them in the league, did he? But Richarlison played really well up front. But we need to find a way of having a breather basically from all that possession they have. Whether it's one of them winning fouls or just holding the ball up and bringing us in. They've got to do a really good job at the top end of the pitch in that sense. So. Yeah, going to be tough, mate. But fingers crossed we can just give a good account of themselves, and the FA Cup in it. Who knows?
No, well that's it. Southampton went through 3-0 today, didn't they? So they're in the semis. The other semis are Chelsea v Sheffield. So you kind of assume Chelsea got a semi, and then Leicester Man United. So it's get to the semis. It's a tough draw still.
Yeah.
But, that's where we want to be. And I think, as we said in the week, we can't pick and choose our games here. We can't concentrate on one or the other. We've just got to do the best we can in every single game now till the end of the season. Any more predictions or that?
Let's have a look in the YouTube comments quickly before we wrap up. We've got Rob suggesting that Mina and Dom are going to play up top in a bit of a twist. Levan apparently becomes great on Football Manager. So, if Virginia and Tyra get injured, but in good hands there. Live saying 2-0 Everton. He's right, mate.
That's right.
Andrew Cunningham, 0-3, if they take pity on us in brackets. Johnny, 1-0 Almighty and Lucky Grind. Gareth Latter, 4-1 City. Chris Hanman, 2-1 to Everton. So, yeah, finish on a positive there. But I would be intrigued to see Rob's Mina, Dominic Calvert-Lewin partnership up top.
It's very Mick Lyons from the 70s, that is. Just like the big lad up front, see what happens.
Yeah. Steve Hodson and Kev Campbell.
Who's on post-match?
Rob as well, so we can analyse in detail how that front two works. And Dave as well. So, and Mark Mochi's got a late fitness test, so 50-50 whether he'll be involved or not. But bad knee apparently, bad knee.
Oh, bad knee.
Going to a physio to get it checked out. So
just run it off. Sponge on it.
No. There's not even a joke either.
Tell you what, it's something when a bad knee keeps you off a podcast, but
Yeah. If you're going to arrange a physio appointment and it has to be like over the weekend, you'd probably do it when this game's on, to be fair. So you'd have to put yourself
Yeah,
through
you kind of think the physio said, yeah, I've got 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Got any later?
it. 5 o'clock.
I've got about 5:30. Yeah, I reckon that's definitely where he went with that. Right. Everyone come back and watch post-match, regardless of what happens. So you
might do it on 60 minutes if we're free.
That's like the equivalent of the game early. Just start the post-match. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hour.
Yeah. We won't do, of course. We'll be there.
Come back onto YouTube about an hour into the game if it's going badly, and you'll be there. Thanks to everyone for watching, for sending your thoughts in, and don't forget to subscribe. Tell all your mates to subscribe as well. Enjoy the game wherever you're watching it. Fingers crossed the Toffees do the biz and get the semi-finals. We'll see you after full time.